Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this right here is Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program, episode number 232 on deck today, 32 weeks removed from the 200th anniversary celebration of this here little podcast. Been going strong since the year 2014. How you like them apples, huh? It's good stuff, right? Happy Friday to you. Hope you and yours are doing freaking fantastic. We're doing pretty good here on this end. Your old boy was on vacation last week. Was it last week or the week before? Week before. I got another one coming up in August. That's how I roll. So taking the time off. I need to get the beard trimmed. Have you noticed how full it's gotten? I need to get this sucker trimmed up, man. I've just not gotten around to it yet. So, yeah, let's get some information up here on the good old show. I forgot to put this sucker up last week. How you like that? Totally forgot. I went back to rewatch the show last week, and guess what happened? A bunch of nothing. In case you can't see, let's show the world. Oh, my God, it's beautiful. This sucker came in the mail yesterday, and man, does it fit well. That's right. In case you don't know, official merchandise for Tom Clark's Main Event is online and been available online for quite some time now. We're going to talk about that right off the bat today, this morning / afternoon. What's up, Shannon? How are you doing today? Elvis Martinez, what's going on? Christopher Sims, what's happening, my friend? Guten Tag, Sandy in Germany. Canadian Cam here. What's up, Cam? Are you driving today, my friend? What's up with you? Sugar Shane in the house. Jamel in Vegas. Thank you as always. You guys for hanging out here. Carlos Martinez, what's happening? Belinda, thanks for watching as always. What's up, James Sargent? Eric Jackson in the house. How are you doing, Ray Dean? What's going on, my friend? Gene, thanks for hanging out as always. Appreciate you. Eric, what's going on? Just had a newborn. Well, my God, congratulations. Eric, she's taking a quick nap. Well, we'll try not to be too loud for you. Is this your first one? Take advantage of the fact that she's an infant. She'll sleep a lot, but that won't last too long. So there you go. What's up, Reggie? How you doing, my friend? Cherie, what's going on? What's up? CRP. From now on, you are CRP. Christopher Ray Patton. What's up, Jane in South Carolina? How are you, my friend? Will Moore, we'll have no Cameron Grimes hate on my show. Forget about it. What's up, Alicia? How are you? I feel pretty rested, Jamel, but it never lasts very long, if I'm being honest with you. Hey, you love the shirt, James? Guess what? You two can have one as well. In fact, we're going to share a little something with you right now. And you best like this because I freaking like it. Bam! Check that bad boy out. Let's talk about it. tinyurl.com/TomClarkPods, P-O-D-S. On this website, you can find official merch for Tom Clark's Main Event. Welcome. And also for Tom Clark's 6M podcast. Okay. First, let's talk about the main event. Check this out. This is what I'm wearing right now. The classic tee. $20 before shipping and handling and fee and taxes. Okay, it is what it is. The design looks good. I designed this bad boy myself. Thank you, Photoshop. Okay. So yeah, it's a great shirt. Fits really well. It fits. I wear a large, so it fits. Okay. If you like your shirts not to fit quite so much, you might want to go a size bigger. All right. I highly recommend it. I've not gotten any more merch off this page yet, but I plan on getting the coffee mug. I just haven't done so yet. What have we got? We got shirts. We got baseball shirts. We got hoodies. We got sweatshirts. We got tanks. We got stickers. We got buttons. We got laptop covers, phone covers. You name it, we got it. We got pillows. What? Shut up. We got travel mugs. We got freaking water bottles, baby. Magnets, greeting cards. What are you talking about? It's all right here. And if that's not good enough for you, my friend Sandy in Germany has a little something to tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sandy Klein all the way across that way. Where's Germany from here? This way or this way? I really don't know. Time to get out the compass. Maybe it's back that way. For all I know, it's that way. I don't really know. Sandy in Germany, tell them about it.
Guten Tag, Sandy from Germany here. And you can check out Tom Clark's awesome new website, merchandise, so much stuff. Oh my god, it's awesome. Look at this. Look at this. T-shirts, stickers, phone cases, cups. Oh my god, so much stuff. Check it out now. Oh yeah, you're not gonna regret it. Go to redbubble.com now.
Sandy is my pitch man. Sandy, you're the best, my friend. Sandy and I both own a shirt. If you don't own a shirt, you are doing life wrong. I promise you. Get your shirt, okay? Get anything you'd like. Again, Tom Clark's Main Event official merch. Yes, I'm hawking the merch, okay? I sell stuff. I'm a salesman. I'm a pitch man too, all right? There you go, my friends. Tom Clark's Main Event official merch. And again, if you subscribe and listen to Tom Clark's 6M podcast, first of all, thank you. Here is the main page. Let's look at the Tom Clark 6M podcast stuff. Want to? Sounds good. Here we go. We've got a few more products available on here. Yes, we've got the classic tees. Yes, we've got the sweatshirts. Yes, we've got the hoodies. Yes, we got a little something for the ladies. We've got stickers, glossy stickers. We've got all the phone cases you could ever hope to imagine. We even got laptop sleeves and laptop skins. We got postcards, all the cups, the pillow. Shut up about the pillow. It's awesome. Magnets, you name it, baby. We got it. So there you go, kids. There you go. We hope you enjoy that. Please go check it out. If you have any questions about any of the merch, if Redbubble gives you any heartburn over anything, please let me know. Okay. I appreciate any feedback. If there's any issues with the site, I promise you, I will get on top of that. Jeff says, sorry, but Jeff, you know what you should be having that coffee in? Your own, very own Tom Clark's Main Event coffee mug. Well. Jamel, yes, you need a bottle. Yes, you do. They're not that pricey. I'm telling you, the Redbubble stuff is pretty competitive. So yes, if you guys will go check it out, I would very much appreciate it. And as I told Sandy last week on a DM, excuse me, it's not necessarily about putting money in my pocket. I get a scoosh of it. I promise you, this is not going to make me a wealthy man. I assure you. It's about getting the logo out there. That's all I want to do is just get the logo out there. Okay. That's all. So if you guys can wear my logo around town, Sandy's wearing my logo in another country, for God's sake. Anybody in the States, Canadian Cam. And again, guys, you don't have to buy anything. If you got $20 or so and you want to throw it at me, hey man, again, it's going to this. It's not going in my account. I promise you. So yeah, man, I would very much appreciate that. Let's go ahead. Thanks everybody for your well wishes. I appreciate it. You guys know that, right? If I haven't addressed you by name or personally yet, please hang in there. It's a long show. We got an hour, so let's do this. Let's talk about some stuff. A couple of you mentioned it already. Let's talk about Dale Wilkes, a.k.a. the Patriots. Dale passed away yesterday at the age of 59 from what is reported as a massive heart attack. Dale got into the business around 1998. Spent several years in the business. He worked, of course, for WWE. He started off not in WWE. He started off in the AWA, actually, where he was a tag team champion. He worked in WWE, WCW, All Japan Pro Wrestling. Dale was pretty good. I'm not going to say he was a Dean Malenko kind of good or anything like that. No disrespect, but he was pretty good. He was competent. Okay. Excuse me. I'm still battling the cough, by the way. Dale had a great body. He could work. He got himself over. The gimmick is awesome. Hard to pull against the guy that's wearing the stars and stripes for a lot of crowds. It's 2021. So, whether or not that gimmick would fly now, I don't know. It has Cody how that gimmick's going. I'm just saying. But for his time, for what he did in the business, he did well, I think. So yeah, we just wanted to give a shout out to the family, friends, and fans of Dale Wilkes, aka the Patriot. He will be missed. So deepest condolences from the show, and of course from all the gallery here to the Patriots family. Do you guys have any memories of the Patriot? James, great point. He was also known as the Trooper. He did have a great body for sure. Claire from Manchester, UK, driving home. Claire, you're the best. I love you so much. You're awesome. Thank you for listening to me as you drive home. Please drive safe. Okay. And Claire, by the way, Tom Clark's official merch is available in UK also. Hey, shut up. So I get all kinds of goofy stupid when people tell me, hey, I'm driving and I'm listening, especially when you're in another country. Everyone tell Claire hello. CJB in the house. CJ, you're awesome. Much love to you. I do appreciate you. Timothy says, how's the boy and the dog doing? Tim, they're doing great. Thank you so much. He stayed the night at a friend's house last night. So yeah, they went to the trampoline place, and tonight they're going to a monster truck / firework thing. I don't do monster trucks and fireworks, if I'm being straight with you. It's not really my bag, but he's going to enjoy himself. I'm sure of it. So there you go. Let's keep the show moving here, kids, if you'd like to. Let's talk about, we're going to switch it up today. You guys like change? Do you fear change? Don't fear change. By the way, click the heart and the thumbs up there for me, all 31 of you, if you will. It would mean loads to me. Please, everyone, hit the heart and thumbs up button. I would very much appreciate that as well. Let's talk. We're going to switch it up. We usually kick it off with Raw, and then we go to SmackDown, and then we go to AEW. Guess what? Guess what we're going to start with this week? You guessed it. AEW we're kicking off with this week. Because you want to know why? Because AEW had a show Saturday night, which was very good. AEW had a show Wednesday night, which was, guess what? Very good. They're hitting it out of the park right now, in my estimation, in my humble opinion. Okay, so let's talk about a pair of matches that bears talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies there. Wrong banner. Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy from this past Saturday night for the AEW World Championship. I don't think any of us expected Jungle Boy to win the match. However, let me just tell you something in all due fairness. This match was so good, okay? Jungle Boy is the man. Jungle Boy is the man. He is, and one day, perhaps, he'll be Jungle Man. Huh? You like that? All right. So we know how the Saturday night show went off the air, or after it went off the air, Eddie Kingston cut his promo. It was awesome. So good stuff. Jamel, I'm with you. I was surprised it was a clean finish also. However, I will say this, Kenny Omega is their guy. He should, in all fairness, and honestly, yeah, it was a clean finish, but here's where I'm coming from. He's your guy. He's got these titles. He should be pinning people clean. Saturday night was not, his pinning of Jungle Boy was not so much a statement on, you're right, I'm going to pin Jungle Boy because I'm the man. That's not necessarily. It's more of a statement on, I'm the top guy, but this guy is on the way up. That's how I took that. I didn't make that finish to be anything more than that. Ray says Jungle Boy was amazing and really impressed me, but Sammy is the next star. He's a beast. Sammy's so good. We're going to get there, I promise you. James says, where are you? Jungle Boy raised his value. I agree with that. Shannon says JB killed it. Absolutely. All great positive comments. Jamil says, I love it when the heel champs win clean. I'm good with it. I'm okay if the heel champ cheats like crazy. He's a heel. But I get where you're coming from. CRP says, I enjoyed the clean finish with the teased run-in, especially with all the other run-in finishes Omega's had as of late. He gave Jungle Boy like 75% of the match. Good point. Excellent point. Sugar Shane says, I look for Jack Perry to drop the Jungle Boy name. He could drop it whenever he wanted to. And I'll tell you something. Kudos to Jim Ross for calling him Jack Perry when all this started. And then he got heat for it online because, basically Jim Ross gets heat for putting his socks on. Let's be honest, okay? But his thing's like, look, I'm not going to stop calling. His name is Jack Perry. It is. I'm just saying. You think Jungle Boy cares? I don't think so. Douglas Duke says, is Braun Strowman going to AEW? I, for one, would be very surprised. I'm just being honest with you. I would be very surprised to see him go anywhere else. I think he might be done, but that's just me and my I'm just throwing it out there too. You guys can take that or leave it. Shannon says, I love how the crowd sings the Jungle Boy's theme. It's my new favorite thing. It's very cool. It's very cool. Tim with a great comment. Luke Perry would have been so proud of him. I think he's proud of him anyway, but I totally get it. Ray asked if I sell socks. I don't know that socks are available, but Ray, since you asked me if they are, buy a pair, Ray. Just saying. Ray, I'd give you some Adam Cole stuff, but I can't put copyrighted material on this. Okay. I thought the 6M pod logo was going to get kicked off because Redbubble, the minute I submitted, Redbubble pulled it and looked at it for like a day or so. I guess because I had the word Marvel in it. Well, guess what? They haven't pulled it. It's still up on the site. So I guess they they let it roll. They should let it roll. I'm so tired of copyright stuff. As a creator, I understand. I totally get it. But at some point, relax. Jeez. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make money off of anybody else but me. I make money off of my work. Okay. I may comment on what's happening and get views based on my comments and analysis and whatnot, and reads and all that stuff, but it's still my work. MJF versus Sammy Guevara from Wednesday night. Holy God in heaven. What about that, huh? Let me ask you a question. Do you have a favorite? It's hard to choose one or the other. MJF versus Sammy Guevara was so well done. Both these guys are phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about that match. It was so good. What did you guys think? What's your personal opinion? Who do you think, which match do you think was better? Do you have a preference? James with a great point. AEW using veterans to build the future. And James, to your point, my friend, how about the idea of every time a WWE guy gets, oh, well, I guess AEW is going to sign him. It's all WWE guys. Shut up with that. If any of you ever come at me with that, I'm going to politely say, shut up. Okay. Everybody worked somewhere. And I've gave this analogy before. If you worked at Costco and you go to Walmart, do you think they say, well, the Walmart's full of people that used to work at Costco? Who do you think you are? You got to earn a living somewhere. You got to make your money. You know what I mean? This whole concept of, oh, I used to work for WWE. Shut up. I hate that nonsense, man. Big Show used to work for WCW. We don't hear that, do we? Oh, it's WWE, Tom. Shut up. I'm so sick of that stuff, man. Mark Henry worked for WWE. Yeah, he was loyal to that company to a fault for years and years and years. And then when he wanted something more and they didn't want to give it to him, guess what happened? Goodbye. Okay? If you're not happy, you leave. You see what I'm saying? God, I hate that stuff. If any of you go around talking about that stuff, I guess go with God, have fun with it. But man, why make yourself miserable? Just let these men and women do what they want to do. Tim says that match lived up to the hype. Absolutely. What's a catchphrase? Go with God. Yeah, dude, I know, right? Go with God and hot garbage. I catch myself doing that stuff all the time. Jamel says that match was so good by the time it was over, I didn't care who won. Great point, Jamel. You're awesome. Great point. The whole winning and losing stuff, it matters to a certain extent, and to a lot of other extent, it doesn't matter at all. Patrick Sullivan, did you catch the gaff by Jim Ross? Yeah, I caught it. I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. Slip of the tongue. He worked there for a long time. Yeah, does it bother anybody that he called it WWE Dynamite at the very end of the show? Listen, everybody's getting free press in some regard. They've mentioned AEW. They've mentioned Impact Wrestling. Excuse me. They've mentioned Ring of Honor. AEW's mentioned everybody as well. It happens. I mean, fans know what they're watching. I didn't get any heartburn over that at all. Oh, we're going to get to the releases there, Carlos. Be patient. WWE is all Ring of Honor, New Japan, or Impact guys. Dude, James, without Ring of Honor, WWE doesn't have a main event roster. That's the truth, with the exception of Roman and Edge. I mean, Drew's Impact, Seth's Ring of Honor, Daniel Bryan's Ring of Honor, Kevin Owens' Ring of Honor, Adam Cole, Ring of Honor, Roderick Strong, Ring of Honor, the whole Undisputed Era, Ring of Honor. Okay? Yeah, well said. Shannon says, Sammy is so good, the dive from the turnbuckle over the barricade was insane. The match was fire. Absolutely. So good. Chad, what's up, my friend? Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, man. Robbie says, I'm glad AW's back on Wednesday. I missed out a few weeks. God, I'm having this issue. I'm sorry. Oh, just when I think I'm over this silly cough, it comes back. No, I don't smoke, so don't even be asking. Yeah, you missed a good show on Wednesday, dude. It's really, really good. James says JR is still a legend. We all make mistakes for sure. Ray says, why is Hangman Page doing this mute man thing? It's weird. That's a good question. I'm not really sure what's going on, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I love that spot Wednesday night with Dark Order and Adam Page. That was pretty freaking awesome. Because you could hear when they said, oh, this is your time, that kind of thing. And the people were cheering for that. That's really good stuff. James says, excellent, James. Who is the last true? Oh, I'm so sorry. Wish I had some coffee. Wish the boy was here to make me some. Who is the last true WWE built superstar? A lot of their PC guys are now. Because they're getting like people who have never wrestled before. I don't know about last true. You can make the case for Charlotte. Roman is for sure. Last true WWE built superstar. You can't really say Riddle either. Yeah, that's a great question. Timothy says Sammy went high flying into the crowd. That was amazing. Totally agree. Yeah, I would have said Sasha also, Chris. Timothy says Chris Jericho on commentary. He's always so good, isn't he? He's so good at what he does. Chad says, do I see JB as a future champ? Absolutely. Listen, they got a foursome in that company that you could start your bank account on. Okay. A foursome you can invest in. Heyman Adam Page, MJF, Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy. That's your foursome. Notice none of them are over 300 pounds. None of them are 7 foot tall. You can make the case for Will Hobbs. You had to throw Darby in there, honestly. Darby style. Okay. Darby style, if he doesn't at some point, I don't want to say scale it down, but scale it back a little. What's Darby Allin's shelf life? Not life, but like shelf life as a pro wrestler. I'm just throwing it out there to you. I got nothing on Punk there, Sandy. Sugar Shane says, yes, it bothered me. WWE never mentioned any other promotion. AEW, whether you like it or not, is in competition with WWE. Gary, the promoter. So Shane, I've mentioned this many times on the pod here before. Here's the deal. There is competition between both companies, but not the level of competition that a lot of people, not competition in the truest sense of the word. They use that word and they throw it around. But honestly, nah, it's not what I would call the true definition. Ray, he was not. John came up in California with what's that company? What's that promotion? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember that. Before he ever showed up in Florida Championship Wrestling, Ohio Valley, and all that stuff, Ohio Valley, he started in California on the West Coast. Pretty sure. I can't swear to it, but I want to say California. He started off at XPW. Is that right? I think with John. So technically speaking, he didn't start in Ohio Valley / WWE. Eric, I haven't caught Being the Elite in a while, but yes, I did watch quite a bit all the time. James says Omega drops to Page, Page to MJF, MJF to Darby, to MJF to Jungle Boy. Wow, that's a big chain. Sammy versus MJF and Thunder Rosa versus Dr. Britt Baker for match of the year so far. I'll agree with that. Sure. I'll agree with that. What about this, kids? Andrade El Idolo, there it is. Ring debut at Road Rager next Wednesday on the Dynamite. So for those of you who have been waiting for Andrade to debut in the ring, we're going to see how this goes down. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be looking at with this guy. All the potential in the world. And by the way, Andrade, I believe, is another guy that if AEW plays its cards right, if everything goes according to plan, as it were, if everything goes well for him, then there's somebody else that the company could invest in. Now, is it going to work? Your guess is as good as mine, barring any unforeseen circumstance like an injury, that kind of thing. I mean, we'll see what happens, but Andrade's got a future in this bit. He's only 31. He's only 31, kids. I mean, he's not like he's a 55-year-old guy looking for one last run. I mean, he's 31. He's got a lot of good years ahead of him. Okay. I mean, he's got what, 18 years in the business. That's a long time. But dude, he's got a lot. I think he's got a lot ahead of him. So if they invest in him and everything goes well, we'll see what happens. Eric says can't get into him, but already like the character better. Oh yeah, and I say let's give him a chance. UPW, was that it? I think that was it. Who said UPW? Yes, Alma, we've already touched on Dale Wilkes. Chris says Conan should be his manager. Excited. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, Road Rager kind of sounds bad, doesn't it? I agree with you on that. Yep. Thank you, Sandy. 2000 UPW. Well done. Shannon says, I love how they're treating Andrade like a big deal. Couldn't have said it better. I love how they're booking Miro now. Miro's not looked this good since WWE, and that's the truth. He should be booked like a legit heel. Dude, Brian Pillman Jr. sewed for him like a champ, like $1 million Wednesday. I thought the match was good. For what it was, I enjoyed it. Cena versus Reigns at SummerSlam for Universal title. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how excited I could get for that. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I'll give it a chance. I always give everything a chance. Could we see Zelina in AEW? I think some of that may depend on what happens with Aleister Black, a.k.a. Tommy End. In my opinion, that's what will – I think that's – in my opinion, I think that's what's going to – I don't know. I'm not going to say determine, but maybe have something to do with. By the way, kids, if you've not hit the thumbs up and or heart button, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's move to some NXT news here, shall we? The black and gold brand in full effect. Isaiah Swerve Scott is your new NXT North American champion. Kids, how do we like and how do we feel about Swerve Scott being your brand new NXT North American champion? What do you guys think about this? La, 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 la. Jamel says, I like how all the WWE guys just fight on AEW. No gimmicks and over-scripted promo. Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Yeah. What did you guys think about this? I like Swerve a lot. I really like Swerve. He's such a good talent. I love the clique that he's in right now. Who said hot garbage? Did somebody say hot garbage? So you don't like Swerve winning the title, Cherie? Really? Wow. Hey, to each his own. Ray says, love the Hit Squad. They are fire. Shannon's speculating Bronson Reed, the main roster. Sure, they'll put a funny hat on him and make him dance. I stick by my word on that. That's what they do with big guys when they go, what now? Let's just do comedy. They did it with Braun. They'll do it with Bronson. Otis. Brodus Clay. Lord Tenzai. Am I wrong? Great Khali. Big Show. I could go on and on and on, baby. How much time you got? Andre to a certain extent. I just, I know that company. This is what they do. Key says Bronson Reed to the main roster along with Cross. Cross should drop the title to Gargano. It seems a little fast, but honestly, Keith, I wouldn't put anything past him. Yep, Sugar Shane, you're totally right. Did I mention him? I did mention him, didn't I? Yeah. Funk is on a roll. Anytime someone says, is the big man going to the main roster, I'll say, Funk is on a roll. By the way, they had that song for a long time. They just gave it to Brodus Clay. It wasn't written for him. They had that song for a long time. They just sit out on songs. They just sit on songs for a long time. Eric is getting out. Eric, stick around, brother. Thanks for watching. Toby, thanks for hanging out, my friend. You are very late. You're very late, Toby. Yeah, so I'm with this. I like Swerve a lot. Again, I think it was a good call. Did you see that insane Jean-Claude Van Damme roundhouse kick to Mercedes Martinez? She has been injured, and we don't know the extent of this. I don't have a current update. All I know is that reportedly, she was going to be taken to the hospital for observation to be checked out. That was as of Wednesday. I've not heard or been told anything since then. So We will see how this goes down. All the best to Mercedes. She's a beast. People use the word beast a lot in this business, but dude, she's a flat out beast. She's so good. And she's such an intimidating presence. She's a presence, if nothing else. But if you didn't see that kit, go check it out. I'd show it to you, but guess what? Copyright. Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing, okay? Nothing. That's what I said. Insanity abounds here on the pod. Have I mentioned Happy Corbin yet? Oh, God, that guy. That guy. James says she didn't protect herself. Here's the thing, James. You don't protect yourself from a kick to the head. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody throw their hand up. They throw their hand. Well, I can't say never. You throw your hand up when a chair is coming. You throw your hand up in a lot of instances. She have thrown her, like, done this? Sure, she could have. There's a combination of things. From where I sat, Xia Li, wow, 100 miles an hour that kick. That's number one. Number two, from where I sat, I wasn't in the ring. You guys know this, right? It looked as though Mercedes did not give her her head the way she should have. She was almost looking dead at her instead of giving her the side of her head. You see what I'm saying? Feed. It's called feeding. All right? So who's to blame? I guess it would depend on which lady you ask. At the end of the day, my take on this doesn't really matter. It's the two women involved in this that it matters to. Okay? But I'll tell you this, when Mercedes hit that match, she looked like a boxer who just got KO'd. Talk about throwing your hands up. When someone hits the mat, it doesn't cushion their fall with their hands, they're out. That's a boxing fall. That's a boxing landing. Okay? So, all the best to her. Hopefully she just got her cage rattled a little bit and she's okay. Chris says this isn't the first time Zaya's taken someone's head off with a kick. It's on her to slow that. I totally agree. That's what I said, that it was 100 miles an hour. Yeah. I mean, listen, this business is about trust. And I talked about this several weeks ago here on the show about the fact that pro wrestling is a dance. The lockup, okay, hand behind the neck, one hand on in the crook of the arm, and you do the same thing to me, opposite sides, all right? That's a dance. It's one step removed from this. Hand on the back, holding it, all right? It's two people dancing. Just like dancing in a pro wrestling match, it's about give and take. I take the lead. I lead. You follow my lead. You move your feet where my feet are not. I move here, you step here. I move here, you step here. Then, if I'm feeling that kind of way, I maybe let you take over a little bit, all right? So you put your feet, I move my feet out of the way. I answer, okay? Pro wrestling is dancing, nothing more. Okay. And the schematics of it, the mechanics of pro wrestling is a dance. So she has responsibility. And just like when you dance with someone, you're trusting that person not to step on your feet. Okay. And in pro wrestling, you're trusting your dance partner to not hurt you. Don't step on my feet. Don't kick my head off. Okay. She needs to slow the kick down. It looks as though. Now, again, the way we see things versus how they really are could be the same. And sometimes could not be the same. We have to call it like we see it. Our version of the events may not match the actual version of what really happened. But from where I sit, again, as Chris said, from our vantage point, it looked as though, wow, she needs to slow that foot down. Yikes. Sandy says wrestling is a beautiful art form. Couldn't agree more. Toby, I'd love to tell you what the plan is with Toni Storm. I don't have a clue. Again, she's so good as well. What are we doing? Douglas Duke says Vince was at NXT and word is about 8 to 10 NXT superstars will be drafted to Raw, SmackDown. We'll see. I don't trust them for anything. I really don't. What's up, Rod? Everybody welcome Hot Rod, Rodney Hildebrand, to the podcast. The whole reffing show. Rodney Hildebrand was the referee for a company that I started with in a small town about an hour or so from here. The UWA, which no longer exists. Rodney's the man. Everybody tell Rodney hello. Accidents happen, Shannon. That's 100% true, but it looked pretty gruesome. Accident may not be the right word. Miscalculation, maybe? Elvis, I refuse to answer your witty banter on Eva Marie. I have nothing against Eva Marie. I have everything against how they're choosing to use Eva Marie because it's awful the way they're using her. The first time, the second time, all of it.
Hot garbage.
I stick to that. Ryan says, I'm hearing a Big E to Raw and getting a title push. Have you heard this? I have not heard this. This moment of coughing brought to you by your friends at Tom Clark's Main Event. I've not heard this, but I'd love to see it. Big E is world championship material, as is Kofi, by God, Kingston. That's the truth. Shannon's angling for a Cameron Grimes button. Guess what, Shannon? Because I love you. You can kiss my grin. I don't mean you can. I don't mean that. See how I put it together? You know. Ray is calling Kyle O'Reilly poophead. Easy there with the language, pal. Oh, man, what's going on? Woods is good, too, as well. He really is good. No doubt about it, Sandy. I enjoy his work also. Never bust up the New Day. New Day? Never. For God's sake, never bust up. Never bust up the New Day. Never bust up. I can't get close and watch this. Never bust up the New Day. You hear me? Ever. You can put it on the back burner. You can give it a timeout. Do not, for God's sake, turn these guys on each other. Don't do it. Don't do it. And if you do, you better put them right back together. Just saying. John says, Wood's best performance was one night. John, keep it PG. Can we keep it PG? For God's sake. I'm sorry I put that up. PG, my friend. I'm just randomly clicking. Chris says the only real friends on screen that'll be in 20 years. Please don't break them up. Yeah. No sense in breaking them up. They're so good together. They get over every time. For sure. Elvis says, did it be put out a list of top 50 tag teams and New Day was number one? Yeah, I disagree with that. Should they be in the top 20? For that company, absolutely. If we're talking just that company, you better believe they should be. If we're talking the business in general, here's the thing, Elvis. I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody about top 10 lists, top 20, top 50, top 100, top whatever, and also about Hall of Fame lists, okay? My word of advice to you, don't have any heartburn over this. Not that you are. Don't anybody. It's one company, kids. It's one company. You know what I mean? It's their take. They're going to put on there who they want to put on there, including the Hall of Fame. B. Priestley has joined NXT UK as Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport. I mean, I'm indifferent to the name. Can I be honest with you? I don't really care about the name. I like her. She's a good worker. She's accomplished. She's a vet. She's very good in the ring. I think that she will bring something to that roster. Would I rather have seen her on the main roster? Maybe. God knows Raw could use something, huh? I'm just saying. All right, but that didn't happen. So is she going to get lost at NXT UK? Is she going to not be seen? Is people not going to be talking about her? I've not heard many people talking about this. So, I hope not. I hope that something works out. Chris points out, love B. Priestley. Not sure what happened with her in AEW. Very, very true. I liked her stuff in AEW as well. Didn't get off to much of a start there. Chad, you're going to make me hit the button. Someone looked at B. Priestley and said, B, what's your name? And she goes, well, actually, my new name is. It doesn't matter what you think. That didn't match at all, did it? But you get the point. I'm okay with the name. Listen, WWE does this. They want to own your name. Tom Clark wouldn't be Tom Clark in WWE. Tom Clark would be like, they've had so many Toms. I'd be somebody else. I'd be something. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's whatever. So yeah. We'll see what happens with her. All the best to her. Good luck to her. And we'll see what goes down. Let's talk about a few ratings before we move on with the rest of the show. This week, AEW rebounding in a big bad way, up to 883 from last Saturday night's 649. You notice the Saturday night rating was much better than the Friday night ratings the 2 weeks prior. Let's see. Last week, NXT 665 down. This is actually reportedly the lowest number they've drawn since going to the USA Network. What do you guys think about the ratings for this? What do you guys think? Shannon says the name doesn't matter because if or when she goes to the main roster, she's just going to get a stupid new name. Dewdrop, T-Bar, Slapjack. Oh God, do I miss Slapjack? Yeah, I do miss making fun of it. Elvis says I would be Grizzly Greg Gardner. Greg Gardner? I wouldn't put it past him. You know what I say? You're going to pay me? You call me whatever you want to. Call me on board. Yes, rumor was Sheree, that Becky and Seth tied the knot on Tuesday, I think it was. Congrats to them. There you go. So there's your ratings, kids. Let's get to some main roster stuff. WWE rolling their sleeves up, putting the hammer down, tightening the belt, laying it on the line, crunching those numbers, pinching the life out of those pennies, baby. Guess what? You're out. I'm not celebrating the cuts at all. And by the way, on the banner, that's not even all of them from this past week. Goodbye. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. $1 billion company. Come close. Bring it in close. $1 billion company. Dollar bill, y'all. Cut. Get out. Again. It's I'm not going to rant. I just want to know what you guys think. Christopher says, time for my boy Fandango to rip the head off the industry. One of the most underutilized, underrated talents I've seen in a long time. Hyped to see him somewhere else. I'm excited to see him somewhere else as well. Read it. My producer, Big Nate Dog, says, keep cashing them checks, Cesaro. Yes, sir. Cash them and bank them. Bank that money, Cesaro. Bank it. By the way, Cesaro, from a Ring of Honor guy. Bank the money, Claudio. What are you thinking? You guys thinking it can't be cut? Really? You think really? Shut up. Of course he can. No one's safe. Roman? Sure. Who else? Randy? Okay. Who else? That company existed before that, all those names, and they're going to exist after. Same with Austin, same with Rock, same with everybody. That's how it is. I disagree with what they're doing, but guess what? Not my call. Cherie says, what are they getting rid of? Might as well. They've gutted that roster, right? Frank, I'm not sure what's going on with Sasha. She could be nursing an injury or two. I don't know. No, I don't see Sasha going anywhere. If Sasha ever were to leave, I think she's just going into acting, getting that resume built up. Robbie says WWE's loss will be AEW's gain. Or whoever. All Japan, New Japan, maybe. No one ever mentions All Japan when talking about people going somewhere. So there you go. There you go. They tried to cut Rockstar Spud. Yeah, no doubt. They cut him, and then it's like, yeah, good call. Good call. There's your releases, kids. Let's get to some more headlines before we wrap this sucker up today. Edge returns, will face Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. So Edge, the rated R superstar, the ultimate opportunist, the guy in the red and black, the iconoclast. That's what his shirt said, right? Edge. You think you know me? Did I mention this guy got stacked up? Got stacked up at WrestleMania and pinned? Did I mention he got stacked up with Daniel Bryan? 1-2 like two pancakes and Roman pinned Buzzman at the same time. Did I mention it? Did you know that he and Bryan got stacked up like a sandwich? I'm going to build a sandwich, cheese and lettuce and tomato and ham. Bread, mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, German maybe. Ham, lettuce, cheese, tomato. Bread with the mayonnaise and mustard. Sandwich. A dominant win. But now Edge comes back doing the hair and the wild eyes. And Roman's scared. Oh. If I'm Roman, I'm going, hey, didn't I stack you up in the ring with Daniel? Isn't that, hey, Paul, isn't that guy stacked up and dominantly beat him? Hey, Edge. A match? No. Did you miss the part where I dominantly beat you and another guy on the same night in the same match? What are we doing here, kids? What are we really doing? I'll tell you. They don't have anybody else. Roman has steamrolled. Watch this. Hoo-yah! Steamrolled the roster. And I'm okay with that. I love Roman. I love Edge. This is some horrendous booking. If you wanted to circle back to this and reclaim it at some point, go, let's bring Edge back. No, then you don't have him get stacked up with Daniel. Am I the only one? Am I the only one? You tell me, kids. You tell me, kids. Am I the only one? Duke's mayo is only top of mayo. Nate, don't be silly. Duke's mayonnaise is only top of mayonnaise on the planet. I don't care who disagrees. You take your Miracle Whip salad dressing, kids, and you do something bad with it because I don't want anything to do with it. Toby says, poor Edge, just a filler till Super Cena comes back and saves us from the evil Roman. I think Roman pins him. I don't think John's taking that belt from him. I just don't see it. Edge said, where you at, Roman? And Roman was on the stage. Well, maybe he couldn't see. There's pyro and stuff, and it gets smoky. It gets smoky. If you were going to do this, you just have Daniel eat the pin. There you go. Sure. That's it, Chris. Exactly right. Just have Daniel take the pin. Edge didn't need to get pinned. That would always give Edge the comeback later. I may not have won the title that night, but brother, you didn't pin me. Now Roman can say, I already pinned you. What? Get out. Thank you. Why do people think I don't like Cena? Me saying Cena's not going to win does not equate to me not liking John. I like John. I've always said that I like John. I always like John. I really do. Here's something I want to talk about real quick. Kofi by God Kingston, and Bobby Lashley at Money in the Bank. Do you know how badly I want to see Kofi by God Kingston defeat, pin, and win Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship? You have any idea? I want this so much. He said Xavier Woods is coming back next Monday. Don't be surprised if Xavier Woods comes back in a suit and he's paired up with Lashley and MVP. Yeah. I mean, I see it. I don't want to see it, but it's like I see it. And if I don't see it, then I see Lashley backstage with a beaten and broken, like his first night back, he gets jumped in the locker room or whatever. We'll see. But man, I just want Kofi to win this belt back again and to be champ again. Ryan says, Tom, what do you think of the storylines on Raw? I think they're a bunch of hot garbage. Ryan wants to know what we think about storylines on Raw.
What?
Ryan wants to know what we think about storylines on Raw.
What?
Storylines
What?
on Raw.
What?
The flagship program.
What?
Should be the best pro wrestling program on TV.
What?
They've been at it the longest.
What?
They've had the most episodes.
What?
They've had the biggest roster.
What?
They've had the biggest names.
What?
They've done it all.
What?
But Ryan wants to know what we think, kids, of the storylines on Monday Night Raw.
What?
Ryan, be in suspense no longer, my friend.
Hot garbage.
There you go. Toby said, do they even have storylines at this point? Well said. Well said. Well said. Oh, you hear that? We got fireworks on a Friday at 12:53. Want to know why? Because I'm in the South, and people down here don't need a reason to shoot off fireworks. It's a Friday. I'm just going to shoot off fireworks. Y'all want to get drunk, shoot off fireworks? It's the truth, baby. It's the truth. And if you live in the South, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ray wants his button. What am I, just a freaking button guy? I'm a button pusher? Is that all I am for you people? Ray, you want that button again? You better go to my website and buy something. That's right. I'm going to hold you hostage, Ray. You need to buy something. You got a lady. You should buy something for the lady. They got women's shirts, Ray. Come on, Ray. Help me help you, Ray. You want the button. I need you to buy a shirt, Ray. Isn't that awesome? I should start blackmailing everybody. Say hey to me, Tom. Guess what? You'll get a hey if you buy a shirt. That's terrible. I'm not going to do that. I should so do that. Oh my God. Isn't that fun? It's awesome. I'm not going to do that. But wouldn't it be great? Sandy bought a shirt. Everybody shut up. Sandy totally bought a shirt. Sandy, what button is it you want to hear? Come on, Sandy, hit me. Ray says he's buying now. You go, Ray. Go, Ray. It's your birthday. Come on, Sandy. Sandy wants a little something from the man. Sandy, you tell me the button you want, baby. I'll make that sucker happen all day. Shannon, you want something too. Just shut up about it. You want to go buy stuff. Don't you want to be showing that logo off? Sandy's got one request. It's all Sandy wants in the world is to wear his Tom Clark's Main Event t-shirt and to hear Cameron Grimes say this.
I'm going to the moon.
Bam. Double V. Victor, I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you, my friend. How are you? Double V. Victor Vasquez. Brother, don't think I can't heal out. I can heal out with the best of them. I can twirl the mustache and wear the black hat like nobody's business. Done it before. I'll probably do it again at some point. Alma says, where's the Sting button? Hey, Alma, buy a shirt, Alma. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. God, I could have fun with that. Ryan says, where'd you go, Ryan? Did you hear about Nia? She saw herself in the mirror and is now out with a concussion. Oh, that's good. I thought you were going to say she scratched her head and now she's out. She knocked herself out. Whoa. Yeah. That's not bad. I like that. Chip. Hey, Tom, remember when you didn't want to do merch? You're right. I didn't. Did I say that? I was just teasing. Chip. Potato chip. Computer chip. Oh, I might do that all the time now. Get a Vicky Guerrero button. I might do that. I might do that, Elvis. Why not? Got to get a DMD. Ooh, Toby, I like that. DMD. I'm with that. Chris tries to get us back on track because I rant. Good on you. I could see Xavier Woods showing up in the suit and turning on Hurt Business to help Kofi win the title. He would end up just dropping it, but I could see WWE hot shot it back to Lashley. Maybe. I would think Lashley at this point would agree with all of us common folk that Kofi, by God, Kingston deserves to have another run with that title and have a real run with that title. I'm with that. WWE is returning with SmackDown on September 10th to the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Anybody going to the show? Anybody? Any of yins? Any of yins? I'll be down here, not going to Madison Square Garden. Nothing against the Garden. But you're going to have to come a little bit harder than that to get your boy to go to Madison Square Garden. I'm just saying. So, yeah. Anyway, I just want to throw that up there and let you know. Elvis says Kofi doesn't do it for me as a champ. Listen, Elvis, to be fair, he didn't get exactly the world's fairest shake last time around, and Brock beat him in like 9 seconds or some nonsense. Terrible. Ryan echoes my sentiment. The way Kofi lost his belt to Lesnar was hot garbage. You're 100% right. Yeah, and I think Sandy just said it about Lashley versus Lesnar. I still think they're going to that. Sandy says, I'm going to WWE live in Germany. Awesome, Sand. Go do your thing. Send pics. Send pics so we can like them. Hope you got good seats, man. I will be at AEW Dynamite on Wednesday, July 28th. There you go. I'm looking forward to seeing a live pro wrestling show with fans, a whole bunch of fans once again. Ratings, let's talk about them. This week, SmackDown 1.859, down from 2.04 million last week. Last week, Raw hit a 1.71. Guess what? The next lowest rating this show's ever had, 1.57 million. I tell you guys the same thing. I tell you the same thing every week. I'll tell you this again today. I show you the ratings. You decide whether or not you care. Simple as that. Let's open this floor up, kids. What is it you guys want to be talking about? What do you guys think? What's on your mind? Ask me. Ask me. Carlos says, I'm going Wednesday if it is not canceled. Yeah, is there a hurricane coming through? Oh, Christopher, there you are, Chris. You know I will. You know I'll be posting some pics. Jamel says, WWE title runs are just boring. The same fight over and over. Has there been a back-to-back AEW title match yet? I don't recall one. No, Chris, nothing on Kelly Klein. I wish I had something. It's a mystery to me. I think she still may be dealing with injury issues. I could be wrong. Ryan says most unsafe wrestler of all time. That's throwing some heavy shade, Ryan. I don't know if I got one for you on that. There's been some bad ones over the years. I don't want to say what I'm thinking. I might get some heat for it. I'll get heat. I'm going to say New Jack is on my list of unsafe wrestlers. I don't want to disrespect the dead. I'm not trying to. I'm not talking about the guy personally, but I'm talking about what he did in the ring and stuff. I'm not talking about his life outside the ropes, kids. Whatever he was accused of or got exonerated for, whatever, or overturned or whatever. I don't care about his criminal record or all that stuff. What he did between the ropes, in my opinion, highly unsafe, had no business in pro wrestling. I'm sure he made his share of money because of what he did. I just wasn't a fan. And the goal of any pro wrestler, whether it was a match last night, tonight, or tomorrow night, is to make it out of that match uninjured so he can wrestle again the next night. That's how I feel. He's on my list. I got nothing on Keith Lee, Sandy. I don't know what in the world's going on with that guy. I can't wait to see him back. Ray says Cypress Hill are Beastie Boys, and if you're invited to an Adam Cole pool party and can invite 20 friends, could I come? Sure, if you got a shirt. The longer I stare, the creepier I make it, Ray. I'm just teasing. Beastie Boys. You kidding? I love Beastie Boys, man. Love it. Christopher says, intentionally trying to hurt people makes you one of the most unsafe wrestlers. The other cats are mostly trying that I could think of on a list. Yep, intentionally trying to hurt. Yeah, you're right. Or I'll follow that up with this. If you didn't get enough training, that's not necessarily your fault. But if you know that you're unsafe, you know that you're hurting people, and yet you don't do anything about it, or the company doesn't do anything about it, that's contributing to it, that also puts you on the list. Love knows he's asleep till Brooklyn. Great stuff. Tim says Chris Jericho and MJ have to face next week on Dynamite. Is it next week already they're going to do this? Yeah. We'll see. I love those two guys. Beautiful Mila made her debut. I don't know if I don't know much about her, to be honest with you. I'm glad to see how Penelope Ford has developed in the ring. She was accomplished before she ever got there. Go back and look at her indie stuff before she ever got there, for sure. You hear the wind howling? Yikes. If Matthew McConaughey were asked to do a serious movie based on life of any wrestler dead or alive, who would it be? Robbie, what a great and inventive question. Matthew McConaughey as a wrestler. Matthew McConaughey is a talented guy. Can I be honest with you? This answer might make you laugh. I could see Matthew McConaughey as Roddy Piper. Those wild eyes. You know what I mean? He's probably a little tall, but if he bulked up for it, I think maybe I could see it. I'm just throwing it out there. Oh, I get you, Toby. It's to hear the stipulation. Got it. You know what I think his stipulation is going to be? If you lose, the inner circle is over, or you retire, maybe. I think it's going to have to be something pretty freaking epic. Shannon says, do you have any shelf space left behind you? Sadly, no. And that sucks because I've got Run DMC in the hallway, and I've also got Homelander in the hallway, and they're all patiently waiting the day when they can be put on a shelf. And I also got this bad boy delivered the other day. Check this out. There's so much light. It's the Worm, kids. Scottie Pippen's coming next week. How you like that? Yeah, I got to put up a new shelf. By the way, speaking of stuff that I spent money on, I finally got my hands on this. Defenders #1. I've been all over the net. I've been on eBay a bunch trying to pick up a copy. I got this copy for under, it was around 50. It was 50 some bucks. The guy wanted 65. I made a counter offer. I got the whole thing shipping and all for under 60. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's in very good condition, not the best condition, but it's very readable. The spine's in great shape. It's a good copy. My Defenders run continues, kids, till I have the whole collection. Oh, I got Spawn #1 taking up space in a box somewhere. I haven't read it in years. Yes, Tim, Rebel did get injured. She dislocated her kneecap. I don't know if we're talking about surgery or what. I would assume some kind of procedure. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Jim says, I just picked up a V-Pop from the great 80s Alien show. Oh, I love that show. Oh, the reveal of the lizard people as the aliens. Spoiler alert, the aliens are lizards. And she like ate the mouse and stuff. Oh, shut up. As a kid, that was the biggest thing ever. Toby says, I know you don't buy belts, but if you had to, which one would you get? Mine would be the 10 pounds of gold. Same. If I ever chose to, and I don't think I ever will, but if I did, yeah. Thoughts on Bill Cosby, Elvis says, I may stay away from that. He was exonerated or the charges were overturned. Doesn't mean he's guilty. Doesn't mean he's innocent either. I don't know, man. Keith says Piper Niven will make this silly gimmick work and become a much-needed face in the Raw. I agree with that. She's very competent. Ryan says, I can see you rocking out to Hanson. Whatever happened to those guys? Shannon, I will. Thank you as well. And I will definitely tell the boy you said hello. Cody versus QT Marshall next week. Your predictions. I think Marshall pins him, but I could be wrong. I think it'd be a screw job pin. My opinion. What else you guys got? We're about to take this sucker home. Sandy. Everybody go check out his wrestling interests on the World of Wrestling Facebook page. It's fun stuff. Yes, Jamel, and I'm not caught up, so please no one spoil yesterday's episode or Wednesday's episode. Please, please, please. I've not watched yet. If I started collecting pops, who should I start with? JD, it depends on, I can't even tell you who my first pop was. Isn't that something? I don't even remember. Isn't that something? You would think I would remember. I don't. I don't know, man. I say pick something that you're into. But JD, fair warning, my friend. Once you start, it's like a big bag of Lay's potato chips, baby. Good luck. Or Cool Ranch Doritos. You ever just had one Cool Ranch Dorito in your life and then walked away? No is the answer. Are you surprised they're using Asuka to put Piper over? 100%. Never thought I'd see that happen. Past or present, which is the one match? What is the one match would you want? You mean like that didn't happen? For me, it's always going to be Sting versus Undertaker. Always. There's a bunch of variants of Spider-Man and Wolverine to choose from. Oh, Shannon. Everyone go buy main event merch or we will never see the buttons again. Listen to this woman, everybody. And listen, before we get out of here, I'm going to do this again because it's my show and why not? Check this out, kids. If you want some cool freaking swag, tinyurl.com/Tom Clark Pods. There's the stuff for Tom Clark 6M podcast. And also, if you really love this show and want to show some support to your boy, check out that big, beautiful logo. Tom Clark's main event. Check out this bad boy. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't stand it. It's very metal, this shirt. Tom Clark's main event. Logo designed by, guess what? Yours truly. Yours truly, baby. We got shirts, we got hoodies, we got sweatshirts, we got tanks, we got women's clothes, we got stickers, we got buttons, we got phone cases, we got magnets, we got laptop covers, we got buttons, we got cups, we got mugs, we got pins, we got everything. For God's sake, go check it out. Are you kidding me right now? I promise you, you won't go broke buying this stuff. I promise you. Give me something good. Tell me something good. Toby hits me with a dream match. Nikita versus Miro. Who wins? Depends on who's booking it, baby. I would love to see that. Wouldn't that be something? I would love to see that. The boy t-shirt. Ooh, that would be fun. I wouldn't mind that at all. I may actually make that happen too. JD, thank you, my friend. Everybody go check it out. All right, folks. I'm going to get on up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody as always watching the show, giving me the time of day, allowing me to entertain you, as it were, as for what it's worth, an hour or so every Friday. We're going to be back next Friday with another edition of the show. Again, folks, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks everybody for your patronage and for checking out the sites and stuff. I do appreciate it. It means worlds to me. Everybody, enjoy your 4th of July weekend, okay? Thanks again, kids. We're getting out of here. We'll see you next time. Tom Clark's main event.